This tutorial is on graphical models, achievement standard 91257, and we're having a look at travel to Australia. Pause this, read the question, and then highlight some important bits of information. So we know that he wants to stay about 30 days. He wants to do lots of travelling, and there are 4 types of plans. You need to graph the 4 plans separately. You need to have 2 pricing plans. You need to develop equations, indicate your method, compare and contrast the different plans, and looking at positive, negative aspects, comparing the best of the 4 companies and making a recommendation. So there's a lot of work to do, so let's get underway. Here are the 5 plans, so let's go and we'll graph each one of those separately. Here's the formula for the Kangaroo Plan, and we see that we have a parabola and we're given the point 22,000. It starts at $50 and goes through the point 22,000. It's a parabola. So there's the first part of the sketch. Now let's use the information to work out the values of A and B. B is the vertical shift. We know it starts at 50, so we can write that B equals 50. Shift the 50 to the other side, and then to get rid of the 20 squared, which is also equal to 400, divide 1950 by 400. So A equals 4.875. Now we can use that information to work out B. Substitute in to get the first line of working. Oh, I forgot. We had already worked out what B is. B is obviously 50. So write the equation, and this will give you the first part of the achieved question. And then while we're here, we might as well work out for 30 days how much it's going to cost the guy, Mr. Brown, Mr. Smith. How much it'll cost Mr. Smith. So putting this squared in there for the x and substituting in 30 days, we can see that after 30 days it's going to be 443,750. We can finish our parabola if we like up to that point. Yeah, quite expensive, isn't it? 4,437, and that's Australian dollars too. The question tells us it is $200 and 10 free days, so do that first. And from thereafter it's $120 per day. So another 10 days will cost another 1,200. So for an extra 20 days at, whoops, I've done that wrong. 20 days at 1,200 plus the 200 is going to give him a total of $2,600. So that's a bit more economical. The next one is the Koala van. Put in 500 for 15 days and you get that straight line along there. So for an extra 15 days at $100, that's going to be 1,500, giving a total of $2,000 for the whole trip. So join that up with that part there. So that gives $2,000 for 30 days. That's the best of our options so far. The Australia van is 100 for the first 5 days, so we can put that in. And typical, they've got a difficult equation here, but we've got 2 points. We've got the points 5, 100, and we've also got the point 22,000. So we can put both those points in the formula and then subtract the formula. Subtracting these two gives 1,900 equals, and a minus a will disappear. It gives you the top one, b logarithm of 20 equals b logarithm of 5 minus b logarithm of 5. Then we subtract or factorize our b to get this one here. That will be logarithm of 20 minus logarithm of 5. Use the ln button. It's between the log and the sine button to work out logarithm of 20 minus logarithm of 5. The ln button between the log and the sine button on your calculator. Divide the 1900 by the 1.386 and get a value for b and finish the equation. Then use one of the points to find out what A is. I'm going to use the first point, which is, and then change sign to find what A is and write out your equation in full. So there's my equation, and by replacing x with 5 I get close to 100, which is what we needed, and replacing x with 20 I get close to 2000. I put 10 and 15 into the equation to get the pattern of where the curve will go. And the remainder of the month is just straight 80 times an extra $10, an extra $800, $2,800 for 30 days. And I was actually reading the next one. It's $50 a day, so the maximum is $2,500. Right, we'll leave it for this tutorial, and I'll do another one for the next part of the question.